A beautiful piece.
I enjoyed my little detour into Ritual League. My assassin reached level 92 with 31 hours played. The build was strong. I made it into red maps before hanging it up. I didn't have any level 21 skill gems, and my supports were around level 18 or 19 with 20% quality. We'll likely see some nerfs to the build, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about the character, other than to say that it was very strong. If it's still playable after the patch notes come out, it's a fantastic SSF League starter. I'm happy to see Ritual going core, as I think it's a nice mechanic to have in SSF. It offers a bit of a convenience store feel. If you need veiled items to try to unlock a benchcraft, silver coins to complete your Pale Court, or just generic currency, you can reliably grab what you need. It also provides access to some rarer, more powerful options, and that's always useful for finding build-enabling uniques. For my assassin in particular, Ritual gave me a tabula rasa, both of my obliteration wands, and a cold iron point for a weapon swap, as well as a blade blast helmet enchant. I'm quite impressed with what GGG has done to revamp older League mechanics to bring them up to a modern standard. In SSF, you need as many rewarding systems as you can get your hands on, and these buffs sound great. I'm also looking forward to seeing what they do with the Atlas passives. I have a much better idea of how I want it set up, so we'll see if their changes offer a big shakeup to my current opinions on it. Ultimatum League looks interesting. I'll likely try it for a bit once it settles, just like I did with Ritual, but I still plan to play Standard. I want to find and defeat all the Crystal King in Delve to check that boss off my list. I want to learn the Maven fight. I still need an Awakener's Orb to continue working on my Stormbrand Assassin. And I want to finish leveling every Ascendancy to maps. I believe I have Champion, Slayer, and Scion left. I also have interest in playing an Elementalist build of some sort. I have my eye on Penance Brand Ignite or a more generic Armageddon Brand and Flame Wall Ignite build. And I'll decide after the patch notes come out. I think that whatever I land on, it's likely going to include the Primordial Chain and a bunch of golems. Okay, so the footage you just saw was done on this exact setup. Tabula for the 6th link, a level 20 Blade Blast, and some level 19 20 quality supports. I used 2 Obliteration Wands. And the one thing I wanted to talk about was I started using this. Enduring Composure gives you an endurance charge every second if you've been hit recently. So when you get hit, this build utilizes a cast when damage taken Immortal Call. So you get hit, and then you start gaining endurance charges. You'll get your 3 endurance charges, and then if you get hit again before the charges wear off, the endurance charges that is, the next time you get hit, the Immortal Call will have a much longer duration because it consumes all of your charges, and then it gives you your charges again. So it's a really nice interaction. I hope it doesn't get nerfed. It's a nice damage mitigation solution for some builds that maybe struggle with especially physical damage reduction. So I hope it stays in the game, but we'll see. Other than that, I would have put together, I ran out of time here in the league, but I would have put together a bit of a boss swap using Sappho's Frame and Cold Iron Point. You can use another shield too. A Mist Wall is a pretty good solution. It'll give you more damage and more survivability. The obliterations are just a really nice kind of clearing thing with the explosions. And as far as interesting drops and what I would have done, I probably would have built an Armageddon Brand Flame Wall Ignite character because I got a Searing Touch and a Primordial Chain, as well as a Malachai's Artifice. And you can use this, you can put like Storm Brand in it, and you can proc elemental equilibrium with it without losing elemental equilibrium from any hits from Armageddon Brand, for instance. So that is almost certainly what I would have done. The next step would have been some sort of Armageddon Brand Flame Wall Ignite build. So yeah, other than that, lastly, the interesting drops that I got during my very brief time in the league, I hit the 25% to upgrade a Sack Garb to a Shadow Stitch, plus 2 Socketed Duration Gems. That's kind of interesting. The Warcry Gems, not so much, but that happened. That's kind of cool. And then my only juicy thing that I got out of Ritual was a stack of 2 of these Gift of Asenath cards. I'm going to take these right to Standard because they're pretty spicy. As I chill with my crew here, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for watching the video. Consider subscribing if you enjoy SSF content. That is the focal point of my channel. The next video will be covering when and how to stray from the meta as far as using uniques are concerned, because sometimes you don't get what your build guide recommends. So I hope you consider checking that out as well. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.